So nutrition is the next session. So nutrition is really simple. Nutrition is the study of nutrients in food and the relationship between diet, health, and disease. Here's the thing we have to understand, folks. If your body lacks certain nutrients, then your body will develop certain chronic conditions. Fair enough? Give you an example. What's that disease you develop if you don't have enough vitamin C? Scurvy. Okay, you don't have it. It's not common today because, but if you we have a lot of food, but if you go into like a developing country, they don't have some of the stuff that we have, so you still see these chronic conditions there. If your body doesn't have enough calcium, you get weak, brittle bones. If you don't have enough iron, you get anemia. If you don't have enough B1, you get beriberi, which affects your muscle. And here's the thing, you guys ever seen like the table salt, right? And it says like, if you ever read the ingredient, it'll say iodine, right? Do you know why they put iodine in table salt? Do you guys know what a goiter is? Right, like, you had people with like enlarged like thyroids and everything. This was common decades ago. I've never seen one, but it was very common, right? And so they were trying to find a way, how do we stop this from happening? And they realized, geez, it's because people don't have iodine in their diet. So they said, how do we get everybody to get iodine? They just put it with the salt. So salt, the typical table salt, comes with iodine. So you don't get a choice, okay? But the advantage is that nobody has goiters. So what's the point I'm making? If you are missing nutrients, you will get a disease in time. Now notice what we've been talking about. The trend is that God gave us products with nutrients, but man comes along and he refines it. He removes the nutrients, gives you the white product, the white sugar, the white refined product. And our entire society is based off of what man has been able to produce. So do you see why 7 in 10 people have a chronic disease? Does that make sense? It's calculated. It's done on purpose. It's not an accident. So there are 2 types of nutrients. There's macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat, and there's micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They're absolutely essential for your health. By the way, that food pyramid is actually very different than your typical food pyramid. It's actually probably one of the best food pyramids I've seen. Protein is probably the best things that you can take for your health. It also includes the idea of nuts and seeds. Remember, God said you should eat the fruits, the vegetables, and the seeds. Start eating seeds, folks. There's a reason the good Lord put it in Genesis, okay? Because he knew some of us would be spitting it out. Eat it. Even when you eat a mango, that little pit, cut it open. There's a seed in there. In fact, there was a book that was published in like the 70s or 80s on vitamin B17, Laetrile. Anybody ever heard of it? Anyway, some doctors were claiming that vitamin B17 cured cancer. Vitamin B17 is, if you ever seen an apricot, right, the thing, if you take a hammer or a rock and crack that sucker open, there's a seed in there. It's like a pistachio. It's packed full of vitamin B17. And the book was written in the 70s or 80s. I can't remember when, but they were saying that, hey, there's a whole lot of people that are curing their cancer by eating these seeds.
I've never seen B17 on the shelf.
They don't talk about it a lot, but it's typically found in seeds. Okay. The theory is, the way it works is it has cyanide. I know cyanide is poisonous, but the way the cyanide is, it's an inert form, right? Apparently it attaches to the tumor and it releases the cyanide directly on the tumor, so you're not harmed. And that's how it kills it. They had a whole thing about it in the 70s and everything. They were making noise and then, they shut them down. But you can still, just get an apricot, crack it. You'll be surprised. I read about it years ago and I did it. I cracked it and there was a seed in there. And I've been eating it ever since. But again, God said, eat the fruits, the vegetables, and the seeds. We should probably take him at his word.